We're just 11 days away from the big Tech Santa show. One of the charities that is going to be benefiting this year is guide dogs.
And Mike Newman, who joins us this morning, hasn't let the loss of his sight stop him achieving some truly amazing feats. He is the world blind land and water speed record holder. Yeah, we're going to be chatting to Mike in just a moment, but first, here's what happened when I stepped into his shoes on the racetrack.
Meet Mike Newman, a speed world record holder on land, air and sea.
But the most incredible thing is that Mike is blind.
I think it was something I was always keen on since I was a little tiny boy. It was living my dream in the actual literal sense. I was on a circuit, I was driving a race car, I was doing something that I knew I would definitely have done if I could have seen.
You're going to set me up so I can't see things, so I'm going to try and get the experience that you have.
You are, and the reason behind that is to get a feeling for that trust, if you like, listening to someone and working as a team to get you on the circuit with one of your sensors missing.
Whilst Mike and Baxter wait in the pit lane, it's time to get behind the wheel.
The strangest thing, putting on a helmet to race round a racetrack in a race car, but to be completely unsighted.
Oh my goodness me.
That's good, you keep that on, you can feel it going down the hill. Keep it on, keep it on. Have some more gas for me now.
The instructor is my eyes on the track, telling me when to steer, when to brake, and when to change gear.
I'm going to take you back through the pits now, back to where we started. My friend, well done.
Oh my. Every part of me is shaking. The sense of speed from the noise of the engine, you can feel the thrust of the acceleration. And not being able to see it. To be fair, I felt like I was driving like Lewis Hamilton, but I was probably driving like Miss Daisy.
I was, to be fair, driving like Miss Daisy. Mike is here alongside his dog, Baxter. Lovely to see you, Mike. How are you doing?
I'm well, thanks.
Tell us how you think Ben got on, because he was driving alongside your stepdad, wasn't he?
He was, and for the time he had in the car, he did really well.
You're being very, very generous there. I think I was actually a little bit rubbish. To be fair, though, it's the most extraordinary experience, Mike, because you're in this car and you're suddenly robbed of the one sense that you would think you would need more than any when you're driving a car, and to put all of your trust into Mike Senior, who was next to me, to listen to him and get him to change gear. And you said this to me before, that the best thing about this and when it works really well is when you work as a team, and that trust is so important, isn't it, Mike?
That's absolutely the case, yeah. Working as a team gets the best results.
How fast did Ben go at his fastest?
At his fastest, he probably did about 50, 60 miles an hour.
And how fast have you gone at your world record-breaking fastest?
204.
Right, you've got a few miles to make up, Ben Shepherd.
Yeah, and a few laps to try and get up to Mike's standard. It's an extraordinary thing that you've managed to do by setting up Speed of Sight, which is your charity, which allows partially sighted or blind people to drive the car. What made you want to do it, Mike?
After I achieved my first car record 11 years ago, I met many people that had lost their sight in adult life, and the thing that they missed most was their driver's licence. So I tried to come up with an idea of giving back a thrill for a short time, driving an exciting little car on exciting racetracks.
And it's not just adults, is it, who get this opportunity?
Yeah, we offer it to children as well.
And the youngest child?
The youngest one has had about 6 or 7.
So you've had a little blind 6-year-old child come in.
Did they go faster than Ben? You can be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everyone goes, look, even Baxter got upset about that.
Yeah,
sorry. You
sorry.
laughed a bit too much. Mike, let's talk a little bit about Baxter, because one of the charities that we're supporting with Tech Santa, of course, is guide dogs. Now, how important have your guide dogs been to you in your life?
I've had guide dogs now for 35 years, and working with a guide dog charity has been the organisation that's had the greatest impact on my life. The freedom they help me with, the independence they enhance, the mobility is amazing, and the companionship is absolutely awesome.
You got your first one when you were 18, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
What was that like when you got your first guide dog?
It was unbelievably exciting. I was the first time just a normal guy walking down the road with his dog.
Yeah, real sense of liberation.
It was.
And Baxter, cover your ears, but Baxter's one of a long line.
Yeah, I've had 6 dogs.
You've had 6.
Yeah.
All incredibly important. So,
well,
so look, I mean, what's your hope for your charity, Speed of Sight, now as well, Mike?
The hope we have is to build more cars, get more people behind the cars, both children and adults. And we want to work with children more and more, and get their siblings to have a go as well, so we can have a joint shared memory.
Well, great to see you. Thanks so much for coming in.